Hey guys, Chris here. So this week we'll be getting into the ends. Yeah, let's get right into it. You should be aware of how this works by now. Up first, we up first we have Willie Nelson, Redheaded Stranger. This was just a back when I lived with my buddy Kyle. When I first moved to Milwaukee, this was one of the records that he had on vinyl, and I remember, just waking up listening to it. He was always much more into country than I was, but definitely got me into it. Up next, one of my favorite records, probably of all time, Willie Nelson and Wynton Marsalis, Two Men in the Blues. This is a live recording of a show that they did together. It's a pretty hard record to find. I had to get this on Discogs. I think there were only like a handful of copies for sale. It's damaged, as you can see, which I think is why I got it for so cheap. But I honestly do not care. I'll probably not sell this again. I listen to this album all the fucking time. It's so crazy, like hearing Willie Nelson like so seamlessly blend in with Wynton Marsalis. Oh my God, it's insane. All right, and then following that, up next we have Haru Tushora by Haru Namori. This is, as far as I can tell, she is a solo artist that spans a bunch of different genres. This is sort of like a bedroom punk album. It's just a lot more aggressive. There's songs that she's like almost rapping on here. But I know she does like some regular, like just J-pop stuff too. But this is really good. Totally recommend it. And I can't remember where I got it. I think I got it on Discogs. Otherwise, I would have got it from CD Japan, which is a pretty good website. Prices are a little pricey, but you get the albums that you want that you wouldn't be able to get in America, and if you bought them on Discogs, would cost you $150 instead of like $65. Then we have Neon Indian. What is this? I honestly don't know the name of this album. I don't really listen to it. I know that Neon Indian are like a very well-respected, I believe, like electro-pop band. But I got this from a collection from one of my buddies, the same dude that I got that M83 from. But yeah, I like this this like teal translucent look. Really quite cool. All right, up next, we would have Pretty Hate Machine, but I gave that record to my parents because my mom is a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, and I feel like, she probably deserves to have their first album on vinyl. So instead, it's Nine Inch Nails with Teeth, which is probably my personal favorite album that they have. It's just so aggressive. I remember, like, growing up just never really enjoying Nine Inch Nails that much. Enough because it made my mom happy. It comes with this little book. But, not enough that I felt like, they were my kind of band, But this album definitely got me there. It probably helps. Oh, yeah, that's huge, insert. It probably helps that, he had a handful of singles on this that were really big. Just a very formative year for me. Then we have Bad Witches, Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, dude, this later stuff that he started doing, not the actual events, is so throwback to Pretty Hate Machine, and I love it. If you are a Nine Inch Nails fan, you'll like all of these albums. If you're not, maybe you will, maybe you won't. Might be a little too gothy, might be a little too dark, like end of the world for you. That's the kind of stuff that I'm into. Then we have Norma Jean, Oh God, the Aftermath. This album won a Grammy the year that it came out for its artwork. So just eat that in, drink it up, you know. I believe this is on, yeah. It's on like this just dark red. And it's got this man trimming a bush. You know, I'm sure that was a joke amongst them. This is the first album with who would be Norma Jean's vocalist for the rest of their career. Really, really great. Totally recommend it. If you've never listened to Norma Jean, a lot of people got into them on the album after this one, Redeemer or Repeater or whatever. That is a really good one and much more of a post-hardcore, like metalcore sound. Oh God, the Aftermath, though, is so unique in the way that it sounds, but also very reminiscent of its era. So it's very similar to like Zao, if you ever listen to Zao and shit, but really, really good. 100% recommend. And then let's switch gears here into Now Neighbors. This is a little torn up, so I don't want to take it out of the sleeve. But yeah, this is just like it has the remixes, acoustic versions. But this was an EP by the band Now. This is like just a cutout, which is why it's ripped from like putting it in and pulling it out before. Yeah, they're like, they started out as sort of like an indie rock band from Minneapolis and are now sort of like just a regular pop band. But still really good, just not what I want from Now, so I don't really listen to them anymore. But this album, Threads, this is a first pressing, yet again, damaged, that I got for insanely cheap. This used to go for $300, you know, I got it for $16 because of this damage. I have it on CD, I got it on CD the year that it came out, which was also the year that I moved to Minneapolis, which was probably why I love this album so much, but it is amazing. Like, 10 out of 10. There is not really, like, there's two tracks that I'm not super into, and that's Magnet and Colony, but they're not even really skip songs. Like, if you really just want that, like, just melancholy, you know, like, just dreary sound, Threads, it's the way to go. Up next, one of my favorite bands of all time, the number 12 Looks Like You, Nuclear Sad Nuclear. This is the first album by them. Not the first album that I had listened to. I actually got into them on their second album, I believe. But I don't believe the second album had come out yet by the time that I listened to them. But yeah, Sad Nuclear Sad. This is just a really great sound. They're sort of, I always referred to it as grindcore, because that's what it was told to me as when I was younger. As I've grown older, I found out that it is not considered grindcore. I guess it's mathcore. But, you know, it's putting elements of jazz into your metalcore. Really cool pressing. Yeah, you know, just a really great album, really great band. They were huge back in the day in the sense that they had like 7 members or something. Like, it was some crazy amount of members that they would like lose over the years. Up next, Mongraal. This is my favorite album by them. And this is a first pressing. It has since been repressed. So if you do want it, I believe that there are issues out there that are fairly cheap. I got this for $50. I don't even care. But this is a first pressing. It's like kind of translucent red. Yeah, best album that they've ever made. Still to this day, I would say that. And I would say if you ever need to listen to a song on here, really, if you just want to start the album at the B-side, like the entire way that this album ends is perfect. The way that it starts is like all of the singles too. So that's like another thing is like a lot of bands nowadays, they put out their like best foot forward, and then when you get to the album, all of those singles are like the first like 3 or 4 tracks, and you listen to those and they're really good, and then the rest of the album is just kind of all right. Not the case for the number 12 Looks Like You. It's like they put out the songs that are like kind of all right, and then the rest of the album is like, what is this? This is amazing. Like, why is this not the single? And then this is sort of their return to the scene after a long period of time album. Not all original members. I think they're only a 4-piece, and their drummer's different. They had an album in between Mongraal and this one that I didn't really listen to because they sort of had like a mass exodus of members. But, you know, it's still really good. And I think that this just like delivers exactly what you would want. Like, it's not a throwback sound. It's very much like an evolution of the sound. And if you're one of those people that are like, I like metal, but I just don't like how scratchy the vocals sound, or like it's always just, like, does he have to scream? They did release this album as an instrumental as well, which is also on vinyl, but I don't own it. It's really good though. I listened to it not more than the original Wild Gods, but I do listen to it from time to time. It is really, really good. Yeah, and then we just have No Worries to close it out here. No Worries is the album is called Yes Lord. But it's sort of like a mix, it's a duo, I guess is a better way to say it, of Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Really, really good. I think this is just on black. Yes, yeah, it's just on black. But yeah, just really great R&B. If you're a Knowledge fan, which you should be if you like hip-hop, his beats are just really, really good. And then Anderson .Paak over those beats is amazing. 100% recommend. Yeah, all of these albums, really good. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And so as always, Black Lives Matter, lives of Indigenous people matter, trans lives matter, and, you know, the world is in, you know, a not great place right now, but just keep in mind to celebrate little victories. So while Joe Biden may not be who we wanted, you know, it is better than Trump. So, you know, little victories. Celebrate. Well, enjoy. See you guys.